welcome to another edition of Lighthouse Entertainment. You know where you're plugged for education gist, trendy topics regarding education. And I am Mayawa Aselime, and with me are...
I'm Juliet.
Mamanda Nguma.
So Amanda, what do we have for today's topic?
Okay, today's topic will be looking at something very juicy and entertaining. Today's topic is the threats of 21st century children in Nigeria. So we'll be looking at what threats are.
Yeah.
We know that threats are characteristics, features, qualities. So what's that thing that embodies our children in Nigeria? And then there's something trending on the internet recently about a boy that was telling his mom to calm down.
Yes,
that was a very, very, very good one. Yes, and recently the governor of the state just asked him to come over here.
Yeah, it was interesting.
So what do you think about the thing behind the thing behind the calm down gist and all?
Okay, so looking online, when most people had different opinions about the video. How people see the positive side in it, most others see the negative side in it. For the positive side, they feel it's just a means of the mom showing everyone that she disciplines a child, and for the negative side, they feel like it's child abuse. Like, how do you post a child crying on the internet? Like, this child will grow up someday and see a video on the internet crying at home. So,
yes, I feel that for that child, the child has the audacity. I mean, I can just imagine myself when I was younger telling my mom to calm down. Like, it is so super crazy, right? I think that is just what we're saying. 21st century children, they are so daring. They can tell you anything that is on their mind. So that kid is an example of 21st century child. You know, the traits that we're talking about. That is one of the traits. They are so bold. They can tell you their mind, and without having any, remorse about it. Yes.
Growing up, we had this thing when our parents would flog us with koboko, cane.
So it doesn't
have punishments and all that.
Yes.
But now, the way of treating and cautioning children differs now. Most times now, you just scold them, you talk to them, spank them,
I feel that those of our parents that were spanked by their own parents, Koboko, they felt the pain and they decided not to also inflict such on their children. So they decided to pamper their children. So I guess that is why a lot of
yes, and then there was another video trending recently about a father flogging and disciplining his child, a girl.
Yes. I also saw. We saw the video.
Yeah.
It was so terrible because the child was rolling on the floor. He flogged her to a pulp, and a lot of Nigerian parents were complaining that the punishment he meted on the child was too much, was extreme. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, I think there's no justification to the fact that you need to punish your child. I don't think there's anything that justifies you flogging the child that way.
Yes.
I mean, that's discipline, but in a very wrong way.
Okay, so how best do you think we can discipline our children, punish them?
Okay,
Parents?
for children of this day and time, I think they are in love with anything digital, and they love cartoons. There are many things children love. They love snacks and everything. So you should know what your child loves. So when the child does something, you have to ground the child from that enjoyment. So, for example, your child loves watching cartoon, and you feel the child has done something wrong. So all you have to do is to make sure you stop the child from watching that particular cartoon which the child loves. There are many other things you can do than beating the child.
You can seize their video games, you can seize their phones, and make sure that they do not repeat such.
Okay. Children of lower ages, 2, 3, toddlers and all, you can tell them to go to the naughty corner, stay there.
They hate being in the naughty corner.
Yes. So all these things are ways by which you can, as parents, pass home your points by saying, I don't like what you did and I'm punishing you for this, instead of those kind of treatments like punishing, beating, using
corporal punishment.
Yes, it's
very wrong. Yes, and I know most parents don't like. In fact, children, students in school, when they are eating or something, they go home, tell their parents about it, and it causes an issue. Because parents come to the school and they start shouting, "You dare not touch my child." Fine, if you don't touch. In fact, some parents don't even want to hear that you ask the child to kneel. But then again, I'm asking this question: do you think it's right to tell a child to kneel and raise up his hands, close his
I don't
eyes?
think there's anything
Like,
bad in it.
there
I
are
don't
some
think
people
there is.
complain that the knee is very delicate and telling my child to kneel. All those punishments like pick pin, ride okada. There are many.
Frog jump.
Yes, frog
Yes.
jump. There are many. Though I know most times coaches use this, but for
Okay.
teachers, how can we do that? Because at the same time, when you're trying to correct a child, fine, we have this punishment things. Public schools, they might tell you wash the toilets.
Or even cut grass.
Yes,
cut
or even
grasses,
cut grasses,
yes.
yes.
Wow.
Mop the classrooms.
Go around the school environment picking dirt.
Yes,
Yes.
of course.
But for private schools now, all this top private schools, they don't want you to
They don't
even
care.
touch they don't want you to touch your students at all. Like if you do that, the student goes home, reports to the mom or the dad. The mom and the dad comes to school and starts breaking, shouting, do not. So all those kind of things. Are we really molding them for the future? Like, fine, I know corporal punishment. I wouldn't advise anybody to involve him or herself in corporal punishment, but there are other things you can do, just like we mentioned earlier.
Yes, because the 21st century children that we have now, they are very sharp. So we have to instill discipline in them. Yeah, so there are also so many cases in schools where they date each other. I mean, the 21st century children nowadays, they don't say anything wrong in dating each other. They write love letters.
Wow.
It is even more because they have phones, they have cell phones, they have access to watching movies that are more than their age. They see children, the Western children in prom having sex, so they feel that, especially children in SS2, SS3, they feel it is their right to have sex, especially when they finish secondary school, because they watch all these movies, they kiss, and one parent to know that, these are 21st century children, they are exposed to these things, they also have emotions, so you should, I think they should start being open to their kids.
Yes, and again, we need to tell the parents that they need to have this parental guidance, censor, and all. Because most times you need to also check what your children are doing.
I'm telling you, I saw a cartoon.
So many
I
of
was
them
surprised.
so many of them are digitally inclined and they use tablets and every other thing. So they can just go to the internet and just porn and all
Download any
those
kind of
things. Even the Big Brother, the trending one now that's in vogue.
Yes.
Children are not supposed to. Most of
Children are
them.
not supposed to. Yes.
It's rated 18, but most parents are negligent of that fact that they need to have this parental guidance and censor.
So we would like to advise parents to please be close to their children, be open to them, discuss whatever is on their mind. I think a lot of parents shy away from discussing sex, the issues regarding sex with them. They shy away from that and they make the children on their own. So we're using this medium to please beg parents to talk to your child one-on-one. Explain the body chemistry, explain everything.
Explain the body parts. You need to
Yes.
tell your children, this is my penis, this is the vagina. You need to tell them, not sugarcoating and telling them that this is another thing, like calling.
You
Let
don't
them
say
know,
this,
yeah,
just tell them.
Even most people, they call their uncles, their cousins, and all, touch them in the wrong places. And
Inappropriately,
because they
yes.
have no idea, they keep it to themselves, and they nurture it in their mind. And as they grow, they start seeing the world. They want to see the world. They want to know
Explore.
they want to know what this thing that my parents have been hiding from me. Let me know what it's about. So you should also, even Nickelodeon, you agree with me that some dramas they show on Nickelodeon are always talking about, love. You see a child of 13, 14, 15.
Having
Boyfriend, girlfriend. And that's not our culture.
That's not our culture at all.
Yeah, so all these things has to be checked. So this is like a medium to advise parents, guidance, to look inward, your words, your children, check out what they do. Be open to them, let them be your friend so that they can always come and confide in you, tell you things and all.
Okay, so there are lots of pedophiles around, they tend to like little ones, and our little ones are
Vulnerable, yes.
So I think you should watch your children, like we said, always watch them, be close to them so that you can always have this discussion with them and it can be open with you. Okay, so please, if you have any comment about this or extra advice to parents out there on the appropriate punishment for the children, for students, please leave it in our comment section.
Yes,
Okay?
and if you're a student and you feel you have something bothering you that you cannot tell your parents, you can come in and drop it. We'll definitely advise you with that.
So all these and many more are the various traits we see in our students and our children, in our upcoming adolescents, and all. So we should always try as much as possible to look inward and
Yes.
help them out when they have probing questions, when they want to ask questions. You bring them close and listen to them, give them listening ears.
Thank you guys for watching today's edition. We'd like to hear your views, whatever topic you think you want us to discuss. We'd like to hear from you. Please drop them on all our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and of course YouTube.
And do not forget to subscribe, okay? Drop your comments as well. And please like our page and tell your friends as well.
Yes.
So guys, we'll be seeing you in the next episode. Take
Next
care.
episode of
Bye.
Life.
Bye.
Kisses.